friends, Living Fit with Laura. Want to give you a tip on how not to get overwhelmed when we have a lot to do and we feel like we can't get those really good workouts in, or maybe we have been sick and we don't have the stamina. Right now, my family and I are in the middle of moving, and we have been also very sick, my husband and I. So I would say the two key things to stay as well as possible and not be overwhelmed is to certainly the first important thing is sleep. We want to get plenty of sleep. The second thing is we want to be sure that we stay well hydrated and eat quality foods. I haven't been able to get a hard weightlifting workout in or a long run in for a couple weeks because of a persistent cough and flu and cold. But this is what we can do, hold in that gut while we're walking around all day long as a core exercise, and we can stay well hydrated and get plenty of sleep, so we will not lose too much ground. We want to take care of our physical bodies as well as possible, and we don't go the opposite direction. We don't say, oh, I can't run my 4 miles or do my 45-minute weightlifting, so I'm just going to gorge myself. No, sleep, water, quality food, and good posture. Tucking in that core all day long is a core exercise, and most of all, we exercise our mental muscles with a healthy, positive, unjaded attitude. This is the day my Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in the day. I will continue moving forward to those things that lie ahead, putting behind me those things that lie behind. I will be joyous, not jaded. I will mind my own business and realize I cannot control the behaviors of other people. So I accept, adapt, and adjust to those things I cannot change. Have the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And if a person's behavior is a deal breaker for our peace of mind, then we can distance ourselves away from the situation. That is one reason why we are moving. Our current situation with our landlord is untenable. So we decided, after a few years of trying to negotiate reasonable boundaries for tenant privacy, that we really had no choice but to move. And people ask, why didn't you move a long time ago? I had been sick. I've had a lot of surgeries. But what I did do was look and try to find a house that we could afford. So there are many things we can do, even if we cannot do the physical workouts or physically get out of a situation. We cannot change people. We might not be able to get out physically right away, but we do everything else that we can do within our power. Living Fit with Laura. I will focus on the beauty, not the garbage. I will not live in the little me bubble. I will not criticize, curse, condemn, compare, or negatively compete. I will realize that my life is sacred. Say with me, this is the day my Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad. I will not live in want today. I will be grateful for my blessings, and I will not gripe and complain and focus on what other people do. What other people do is none of my business. I will decide if what other people do, even though it isn't any of my business, if it is robbing me of my peace, then I distance myself. Another example is I deleted my Threads page. It is a sequel to Instagram. I had posted a couple articles about how there's an epidemic of parent estrangement. Young adults are sort of urged on by therapists, poor them, and influenced to play victim. And there's an epidemic of adult children estranging themselves from their parents. Listen, I'm not a perfect parent. No one is. No one has the perfect childhood, whatever that's supposed to be. But it is a very sad, tragic thing to encourage young people, young adults, to focus on self, see themselves as victim, blame, and cut off the very people that gave them breath, their parents. So I had posted a couple articles, and to my horror, I got dozens and dozens of awful, ugly comments, assuming that I was talking about myself. I was not. I have 2 loving sons that are young adults. I was not talking about my situation. They assumed that, and they use expletives and very accusatory, nasty, ugly comments. So instead of thinking to myself that I would defend myself, which would take a lot of time, I thought to myself, these people don't know me, they don't know my sons. Many times social media is like that. People will just spew ugliness that is already in them. So what I did was I deleted my Threads account, and I deleted the connection going from my Instagram to Threads. I figured people are going to believe what they want. If people don't know anything about you, they've never met me, they don't know anything about my family, yet they are using expletives and spewing ugly comments and accusations, I'm not even going to defend myself against that. I'm just going to distance myself. So again, we live well. We accept and adapt to those things we cannot change. If a behavior is something we cannot accept, even from a distance, peacefully we distance ourselves. So that is how I distance myself, by deleting my page and not even engaging in those comments. On this beautiful day, let's get our exercise. On this beautiful day, we have a pure heart. On this beautiful day, we are patient and forgiving of others, just as we want other people to be patient and forgiving of us. None of us are perfect. We live peacefully, powerfully, and with purpose, not aimlessly. We build our house on a rock, not on sand, by not focusing on people, places, or circumstance, but by focusing on the one God who never changes, who gives us peace, the peace that passes all understanding. So when I was going through that nightmare with reading the comments, I actually didn't waver at all. I just simply realized I needed to delete. Wasn't worth my energy, and also realizing that there's no negotiation with a very intrusive, very invasive landlord that has had us live with a moldy basement for 6 months. We decided, instead of exhausting ourselves trying to advocate for tenant rights, which is basic, and not living in a situation with mold, which is also basic, we decided to move. So Living Fit with Laura, there is a lot we can do. We cannot change people, but there's still a lot we can do. So get up, show up, never give up on this beautiful day. Living Fit with Laura, to get and stay sane, stable, serene, and strong. I'm proud of you. Keep it up.